Welcome everyone to a brand new webinar with Revive Plastic Surgery. We are here to announce our brand new treatment, UltraClear. This is our virtual launch event with the one and only Stephanie Wert. If you have any interest in laser treatments or rejuvenation, we are going to explain what this laser is all about, what it can be used for, and why you might consider it over other treatments, and also why we're so excited for this new device. We do also have a promotion, so make sure you stay tuned until the very end of the webinar, and I'll explain how that works. Before we get started, let me introduce you to our wonderful speaker. I'm pleased to introduce Stephanie Wert, who is a certified physician assistant at Revive Plastic Surgery. She focuses on longevity medicine and skin rejuvenation through advanced non-surgical treatments. Stephanie takes a personalized approach, tailoring each patient's journey to their unique needs and goals. Without any further ado, Stephanie, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Holly. So like Holly just explained, my name is Stephanie Wert. I am a physician assistant here at Revive Plastic Surgery. And me and Dr. Bott, which many of you already know, are so excited to share this UltraClear laser with you. We've been waiting months to get this at the practice and to share it with all of you. So today is going to be so great because I'm going to give you information and truly explain all of the things that this laser can do. It's amazing and we're so excited. So I'm going to get started. So this first video is a quick video to introduce this UltraClear laser. The biggest thing about this laser that makes it so different is that it is a cold fiber laser. And this video, I'm going to pause at a few points just to point some things out to you guys.
The first of its kind, cold ablative fiber laser solution. The first device to give new life to all skin types. Finally, a way to treat every single patient. UltraClear, the first safe solution for sensitive skin, especially skin of color. Optimized to individual needs. Balancing cold and thermal energy at the optimal wavelength. Ablative resurfacing and 3D collagen remodeling in one pass, delivering each pulse to the exact depth with precise timing, minimizing risk and pain.
I think this slide is so important to point out at this part of the video because what it's showing is there's different layers of our skin, and the difference between this laser and other devices is by that cold fiber, which we talked about. It's delivering different pulses and it can target specific layers of the skin. Whereas other devices, you see that like red line that's just shooting straight down. That's what they're using to show the thermal, the heat that's being applied to the skin and going through each layer. Ours we can put in specifically what layer and what aspect of the skin that we want to target and we want to treat. So that in itself is amazing. Oops, sorry.
The first in one pass, delivering each pulse to the exact depth with precise timing, minimizing risk and pain, allowing faster healing with optimal results, keeping patients safe from discomfort and side effects, something they can count on every time, no matter what. Letting them get back to their day quickly and making sure they feel amazing when they leave. Be the first and move your practice forward. UltraClear, the clear choice to reverse the signs of aging for all skin types.
Okay. So who is a candidate for UltraClear? Like that video just said too, this laser is for every skin type. So it showed many different skin types, skin sensitivities, different aspects that we can treat. So it goes essentially any age range, any skin type, any skin color we can treat. And that's what makes this device so much different and so much more special than all the other lasers that exist right now. So whether someone, say if you don't have fine lines and wrinkles yet, a lot of like someone like me, if I'm in my 30s and I've been trying to do my skincare, I've gone and I've done the clinical, essentially the skincare, truly like sticking to my retinols, using moisturizers, doing the things that I'm supposed to, but I'm still working on that like glow of your skin to improve your texture and tone. There's a part of this laser, the 3D Miracle, which we'll talk about, which is perfect for just a quick in and out and to give you that glow and improve your texture. Then you can move into, say if we live in Florida and you have sun damage or there's age spots, then we have the other modalities to the same laser where we can target those. It can go deeper and help with fine lines and wrinkles, which honestly the before and afters are going to show you how amazing those results can be. So that's really the great thing, is everyone is a candidate for this laser. Any age, all skin tones, and for specifically what you're trying to target for your own goals for your skin. So that's what we're talking about. The comfort without compromise, number one, this cool pulse technology that this laser has, and that's where that video I was trying to point out, where it's pulsing between cold and hot, and it's doing that, and it's going to help minimize with inflammation, your pain, and to target the specific layer of the skin to treat what you're trying to. And then we move into the fact that this laser has, and it's all encompassing. We customize it to what your goals are, to what you're trying to improve upon. So if it is just for that glow, we have a lighter setting that can treat just like that top layer of your skin and the texture, or we can go deeper for the fine lines. But all of these things we can customize, and we can do multiple levels in one treatment. So then we go into the recovery time. This laser, because of the cold fiber and how it delivers those cool pulses at the same time as delivering heat, that can help with, essentially, we're shortening what would be considered your recovery time period. A lot of other lasers, it can, with all the thermal or like heat that it affects on the skin, you can have a lot of inflammation and swelling, and that can last for so much longer than this device. Our lightest setting, the 3D Miracle, we just did, honestly, on last week, an amazing event for our breast cancer patients. So we did a whole entire day where we treated them to the 3D Miracle. So what they did is they come in, we did a little bit of topical numbing, and then their treatment was about 15 minutes, but total time in and out of the office was about 30 minutes with education, consents, and then we send you on your way to go enjoy the rest of your day. So that's how quick it can be with this laser, and that's great in itself. And then the last point is that this laser, a lot of times we do just think of like, oh, okay, like our face is a focal point, but we can treat many other parts of the body with this laser. So we can treat your face, your neck, the décolleté area, like hands a lot of time bother patients with like age spots, sunspots, the wrinkling. We can also treat for surgical scars. So depending on where those scars are placed, we can target those specifically. So this is what I was talking about for what is your skin type. For me and Dr. Bott and all the medical people, this scale is called the Fitzpatrick scale. But I want you to take just a moment to look at these different types and then look at it and choose which one is yours, because then when we go through the before and afters, it'll help you to resonate to of like, okay, that was my skin type, and these are the results that patient was already getting from this laser. The really big point to make though is when we include all skin types here, that's because this laser is able to treat all skin types, which that in itself makes this not only like amazing for our practice, because who are we trying to treat? We want to offer treatment to all skin types, all people, and obviously like women of all color. So this laser truly allows us to treat all of our patients. And then, like we said, customize it depending on the needs and then your skin type specifically, because some skin types, like types 1 through 3, can be used for all settings of the laser, but from types 4 through 6, those won't be able to do the deepest layer of coring. Why? It's because melanin that makes our skin that darker pigment. The more melanin a patient has, if too much heat is applied to their skin, they can have they have the risk of either having hypopigmentation, which would cause their skin to be lighter in certain spots. So that's why only the deepest layer, the coring, which I'll talk about again, that's only for types 1 through 3. But types 4 through 6 is still able to be treated and have amazing results, which we'll show you. So the 3 levels of treatment. This slide right here is just a drawing of the layers of the skin. Because to truly understand how this laser works, it's always good to have the understanding of like the anatomy. It's just the building block and the foundation. So this top layer, that's your skin and that's hair. So then that top layer is called the epidermis. Epi means on top. And that's where, you see the sunspots, that's where melanin exists. That's where we'll see like melasma for a lot of patients that they want to treat that. The dermis is the layer beneath that. That's where you start getting into your blood vessels, nerves, which obviously nerves cause pain. That's why this laser of sending the cold and then the hot, that's minimizing your pain. And then also in the dermis, the key thing and the thing we always hear about with any type of skincare, all of our concerns is collagen. The dermis is where your collagen is produced. So on these deeper settings of over here on the right side of your UltraClear and the laser coring, that's where it's showing you what they target. The laser coring and UltraClear are able to go to that dermis, and that's where they're going to help build collagen. And the collagen is what helps your skin to build up and then decrease the appearance of the wrinkles that we see on our skin. So I'll refer back to this slide, but this is a really good layout to show you truly that this layer can target each individual layer of the skin and then go for specific goals. So this is that breakdown too, just seen a little bit different. So over on the side, it shows the 3 main modes. So superficial is just that top surface of your skin. So when we treat that, that's your 15-minute come in, get your laser and go home that same day. That's minimal social downtime. So you'll come in, it might look that same day, like we just say like a light sunburn. And then, so your skin will be a little bit pink. It'll be a little dry for a day or 2, but you'll be back to wearing makeup in just a few days. Then you go into the deeper settings, which is the moderate and the advanced. And that's where moderate can still treat all skin types. And that can still, it shows the whole length that it goes from the top. So we're still treating your tone and texture, those sunspots, any type of pigmentation issues. But now we're adding on, because it's hitting that deeper layer of the dermis and helping with your collagen and skin tightening. That's where we start to see that this can target and help with the fine lines, deep wrinkles, and if you have any acne scars. Now the super advanced, what we call like the coring, that is only for those lighter skin types of 1 through 3. This is the only setting that can't be used on darker skin types because of their risk of hypopigmentation. So this is a good laydown or breakdown to show you what they're targeting and then the social downtime. So moderate gives you about 3 to 5 days. And then that coring, because it's the deepest and most intense, that one is 5 to 7 days. This is a nice slide. I did like this slide because it does show just the progression of lasers starting off as like CO2 skin resurfacing, just in like the early 90s, and then how it progressed to now all the way we are able to actually like treat things such as fine lines, wrinkles, age spots. A lot of this was only able to be done by surgery before. So this laser not only can be a great adjunct to surgery, so if you have had a facelift, you can also then still improve your skin texture, quality, help with any more skin tightening, just improving your own surgical results. But now we don't have to choose one or the other. Now we can use them together and have more benefits from it. Okay. this video is going to help show a little bit more about the pulsing that is done with this cold fiber. So that's just the layer of the skin. And then it's going to show you how it's pulsing all the way down. It's going from cold to hot. And when it's going all the way down to the layer, that dermis where the blood vessels are, what it's doing is it is burning the skin, because what your skin is going to do, it's going to then come together. So that's helping with the tightening. And then over time, your skin at that level is rebuilding collagen. So not only is your skin going to grow together, help tighten, but then it's going to build from the foundation up to give that like plumpness. So this is a good video because it just shows essentially the patient experience. That's the laser. That's what we'd be doing, doing the settings for you. Everyone wears eye protection. We put little eyeglasses on you guys, and then we have eyewear that we wear as well. What that lady is holding, we have a smoke evacuator, so it does sound loud when we're doing the treatment. But that is, you can see the little like pulses, the grid that it's putting on the skin, and how our skin's getting just a little bit pink. That's to show the laser, how it delivers. That's the latest setting. And then this is an adorable patient.
2 months ago, I had my first treatment. Absolutely no pain, no recovery time. I was a little reddish pink, maybe for a day, and that was it. And the results were great. And this time, 2 passes, absolutely no pain, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, so I like to point out when she says 2 passes on her face, is how we can do different settings to target the different layers. That's what she's talking about. She probably had a deeper setting first, and that's what she would refer to as like the first pass. And then the second pass, they can target another layer. So that's where that customizable aspect to this laser is so amazing, because we can pick and choose what we're targeting and how we're going to target it. Okay, so now we're getting into what I feel like is more the fun part. This is the latest setting. This is what we call like the lunchtime laser. So you come in, it can take 15 minutes and you can go home that same day. And these are before and afters to show you in just 1 month for these patients, what their results can look like. This is just a quick intro.
Introducing 3D Miracle, a 10-minute laser treatment that jumpstarts your skin's own natural renewal process. No discomfort, no downtime, dramatic results. It's safe for all skin tones. Visit 3dmiracle.com to learn more.
Okay, so now we're going to get into it. This patient, so this is just one treatment of the lightest, the superficial of the 3D Miracle. So she came in, had her treatment done, went home that same day, and then a few days later, she's back to normal. Sunscreen, moisturizer, all the things. If she wears makeup, she's fine to do so. But you can see truly like even how much brighter her skin just looks, and even on her cheek, she has that spot for the pigmentation, and this is what it's helping treat. And this is only 1 month. A lot of people can get this, depending on the results. If she was happy with this, she already has a beautiful result. But if she wants to continue to target that, then she can do another treatment in a month and just improve upon her results. This is another patient, and it's important to point out that all skin types can have these amazing results, and that's why we love this laser so much. So her skin, honestly, it's like she does look like she's glowing. That's where it's helping with. When we say skin glow, it's that true like tone and texture of your skin. That improvement of quality is what makes you look like you're glowing. And that's what everyone's trying to get. You look rejuvenated. It improves your own confidence, because your self-worth is important. And when we feel that way, then we show up different for ourselves, for others, and it just improves your quality of life. She's another one. The brightness of her skin, the texture of her skin is so much better. You can even see she probably had a little bit of like pigmentation from maybe some like old scarring, maybe like acne scarring. And her texture, she has that true glow right now. And this is another patient where her sun damage and sunspots, obviously Florida and anywhere, we're just out in the sun, we're exposed to so much every single day, and it's beautiful to be outside, and we try to wear our SPF and be good and everything, but this is just, life affects us. So she has a truly amazing result. And the really important thing is all of these pictures that we've just seen are just from one treatment. And that in itself, that's amazing. It's not something where you're having to use this one thing over and over every single day and wait 6 months to see a result. These are true one treatment, and a month later, that's how much her skin has changed. That's amazing. This is another patient where just her like quality and the texture, her skin just looks like smoother, finer, and that helps with the youthful appearance. This is a good picture because it shows that not only are we targeting a different area, but the neck is always so important. We don't really want our neck to look different from our face. We want that cohesive look. So to target the neck and fine lines and wrinkles here is amazing. And this, since it's the superficial treatment, was helping to improve her skin quality and texture. So now we're moving on to the moderate. So now we're going from that superficial layer to a layer deeper. And the moderate is still for all skin types. So you can see that her background, she is an Asian background, and that's a skin type that we're still treating with this deeper layer. And again, well, actually in her case, she's only 5 days. This after photo is 5 days after her treatment. That's insane. Her skin quality looks so much better. Her pigmentation is so much more smooth and refined. And she looks already like she's just so much more like youthful. This is another one. This, her before, helping with that darker pigmentation. It's helped significantly just in 6 weeks in that middle photo. And then this is where it depends on a patient, like what are we targeting and what are your goals? Because some patients to reach the goal and then what we're treating for you specifically, sometimes we do need to do more than one treatment depending on what we're targeting. And in her case, she had a lot of pigmentation. So the first treatment gave her a great result, but even after 2 treatments, her result looks amazing. The spot is almost entirely gone. This is a great example of pigmentation because a lot of women, either from like pregnancy, melasma is so common. And then you try all the creams and different things, and sometimes it just still is present on your skin and you just can't get rid of it. This laser helps so much to target that and get rid of it and get you back to the skin that you had before. And she's a great example of that result. And then here's another picture too. Just the improvement. And she's 10 months post 2 treatments. And then this is one of the things that I was talking about earlier of like treating the hands. Because some patients, it is, I mean, your hands will look so much older than what like your face or your body or what you look like. So this laser can target different aspects of the body. We don't just stick to face and neck. It can treat anywhere. This picture is really great because we're all trying to improve and kind of get the under eye crepey skin that seems to be plaguing everyone. So this laser can help target that and help with results, because at this deeper level, what we're targeting is still that collagen production. And then since Dr. Bott is a plastic surgeon, and as much as we want to minimize scarring on our patients, and she does an amazing result for not having scarring, scarring is just a factor of surgery. There's no way to make it not exist. But even old scars that bother patients, this can help to lighten those scars and improve their quality and just the texture and tone of the skin to make it less noticeable. There's some scars people have had since they were like a child and it just healed horrible. It's bothered them for so long. This laser, use it and get rid of the thing that's been bothering you for so long. This patient, how it says customized at the top, that's because we can use different modalities on this laser depending on the patient. So you can see overall her skin tone and texture and those like age spots and sunspots on her forehead, on her cheek, those are significantly improved. And even the kind of like where her, what we call like jowls that patients refer to on like her cheeks, the difference even at that of like her wrinkles and improvement of her skin tightness is really noticeable. Her forehead looks smoother. She looks like someone who has had something surgical done in my eyes. And this is just with the laser, and that is only after one treatment. And this is the same thing for that under eye, targeting those wrinkles that we're all trying to get rid of. And this is a male patient too, because anything that's targeting skin, everyone has skin. So if you are working on yourself and improving how you feel about yourself, and this is one way to do it, it's not just for women. Men should be wanting to improve themselves and look better and feel better. And this is another one where she obviously has a lot of like old acne scarring that has just stayed on her skin and that like other skincare hasn't helped with. Also, her under eyes improving like the quality of her skin there. She looks just from, and that's only 1 week after one treatment. So to have that kind of result in such a short period of time. And the thing is that like with a patient like this, she has a beautiful result right now at 1 week. But it's great for us because as a practitioner, we get to tell you, even as good as you look right now, your results are actually only going to continue to improve. Because when this laser is targeting that deeper layer and helping with your collagen production, that's going to continue for several months after your treatment. So she's only going to continue to see improvement in her skin quality and over the next few months. So she's only going up from here. This is another beautiful result. This one truly, I feel like highlights those fine lines and wrinkles. You see it on her cheek right there by like her mouth, how much it's improved. And that's only 1 month after one treatment. So a lot of these results, we like, she's not yet a candidate for surgery, like say for a facelift or something, but this is a great time for then us to be able to offer and do this laser and be like, okay, you're not at this point yet, or maybe you just do not want surgery ever. This is something now that at least you have an option to choose and to get amazing results with. This is another patient. Not only can you see from her before how she has her like pigmentation, even all over her forehead, you see the improvement of and like those sunspots, age damage, pigmentation. And now her result afterwards is just so much, it looks tighter. She looks more youthful in general. And I feel like she's a great example of the glow that we keep talking about. Now this patient has those deep acne scars that have formed. So with her treatment, you can target those specific scarring points at a deeper level. And then to just improve her overall skin quality, tone, and texture, we could do that like 3D miracle to help with how even her improvement of the pigmentation on her cheeks is significant. And this is someone's neck. So honestly, these before and afters, it really is amazing because that is getting such a significant result without surgery. And that's really, I feel like, where we're so excited to be able to offer something like this, because that's only 1 month. So like I said, she's only going to continue to see improvement of her skin over the next few months. And this is another patient, another skin tone. So it's treating all skin colors and it's helping with her acne scarring. It's helping with that building of the collagen to help improve her skin quality in general. This patient, you can see, even just from like quickly glancing at her before to the very last photo, she doesn't even look like the same person. She looks so much more like, she looks happy, because it's like when your skin glows and you have that like renewed sense of self, that's what this gives you too. So her wrinkles are significantly improved. Her cheeks look fuller. And these are things that usually the only other options we had before, we do like Botox, filler, surgery. Now this laser, the results it gives can only add to those other adjuncts, but her results are strictly from this laser alone, and the improvement is just so significant, and that's only 7 days for her. This beautiful patient, you can see she has a lot of sun damage all over her face, and the brightness, and honestly, it's like, it looks like most of them even just disappeared. Like her skin improvement is so significant. Even the wrinkles, the like fine wrinkles around her mouth, if you can see like the before and after, those have significantly improved. And she is 5 weeks after only just 1 treatment. So all of these patients are getting significant results, even just with 1 treatment. So it's something where it's like, if something has been bothering you, this, even to get 1 treatment is going to change your skin so much that it just is, it's worth it to see that result and honestly build your self-confidence. This patient, she, the lines around her mouth, a lot of times those are very hard to get rid of. So her result, not only around her, like the tightening around her jowl, her chin, the improvement of her skin quality, and that upper lip and around her mouth region, she probably, if we had a full face photo, probably looks like 10 to 20 like years younger than what she did. Even you can see the under eyes for her have significantly improved. And this is another patient where, again, like male, female, anyone, it's for everyone. That's what this laser is for. Improving that like pigmentation, your skin quality, and just the results do honestly speak for themselves. This patient is another great example of not only that superficial layer helping with the improvement of all of those, the sun damage, the years of aging, and then around her mouth and her cheeks, just how much for like wrinkles, and for her like deep wrinkles on top of like the fine wrinkles that we talk about. She has deep wrinkles that have an amazing result, and that's only 3 months, and she had 3 treatments done. That's a beautiful result for not having surgery. Okay, so the laser coring. This is the one that I talked about earlier. This is only for the skin types 1 through 3. And this one is our deepest and most aggressive setting for the laser. And the coring is because it's still doing that pulse of cold and hot, but it's going to that deep layer, and it's improving, again, all of the categories. So superficial to deep, so helping with those fine lines, wrinkles. And this is a great video because it shows you what this setting is truly doing. So when we have a patient where you're very much like, you're trying to target around your face, your jowl, those deep wrinkles, this is what this laser is doing. The heat is applied, we're choosing the depth and the pattern, and then it's targeting all the way down to that deep layer. So this is why we call it coring, because what it's doing is it's delivering heat. And then what your body does is anytime there's a space, your body wants to close that space. So from the deepest layer to the superficial, it's closing that space and giving that tightening effect to the skin, as well as building your collagen over a period of months. So this patient, she had the coring, and she is only 1 treatment. So you can see not only under her eyes, the improvement of her wrinkles, but also her cheeks look higher. Her face it looks like everything is pulled back. So that skin tightening, she has a great result for it. And around her mouth is a perfect example of those wrinkles and just tightening the skin to improve your overall appearance. This patient, significant improvement in her jowl region, the wrinkles, and this used to be something that could only be done surgically. That's a significant improvement around her mouth and her cheeks, her neck, everything. That's the same patient that I just showed you, and this is just the frontal photo of how much that region around her mouth, the wrinkles have improved, her skin texture, the quality. You can just see the texture of her under her bottom lip, her chin region, that her skin quality is so much better compared to what it was. And that's only 6 weeks after one treatment. And here's another photo. I mean, her wrinkles are like, that's an amazing result. They're almost gone truly on her cheek region. This patient, I like these photos because it shows more of like that under eye that a lot of people are trying to target. So what we call that like crepey skin, or it looks like papery and it just wrinkles. And it's hard for like Botox or something to target that specifically because it's your skin quality, the texture. And that's what this laser can help target. And her results are the perfect example of it, of those fine wrinkles right under her eyes have smoothed out completely. And that's just 1 month post-op or post-treatment. Okay, so I'll give it back to Holly.
Awesome. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Those before and after results are amazing, and I cannot wait to have my treatment done. Okay, so everybody that is joining us live today, I want to let you know about a couple of promotions that we have. So until October 31st, we have these 2 promos available. The first one is 30% off your UltraClear packages of 3. Or if you are looking for that glass skin look, that nice refresh and glow, we're also doing a BOGO 3D Miracle special. So if you buy 1 session of 3D Miracle, you'll also get 1 free. That is a $1,000 value, a fantastic offer. I will pop a link in the chat here. So anybody that's ready to go ahead and book, if you want to just fill your information out in this form here, go ahead and fill that out. There's an optional message if you have an idea of which promo you're more interested in. Otherwise, you can totally skip that. It's up to you. And if you guys can't find the chat, feel free to pop in a question, let me know. But once we end the webinar, it will also redirect right back over to that link. So if you lose it now, you should have it again. So hopefully we see you guys all in soon, and we'll go ahead and open up for some Q&A. All right, let's see what we have in the Q&A box so far. Awesome. And anybody that has any questions, now is definitely your time. Okay, so first question, what is the difference between Cool Peel laser and this laser?
Okay, I think I'll defer that one to Lucy, who is the rep for the UltraClear. She knows everything about all the different types of lasers, so she's our expert.
Sure, no problem. So Cool Peel is a CO2 laser, which was the original resurfacing laser on the market. Nothing has changed with CO2 lasers in over 40 years until now, with the UltraClear being a true fiber laser. So ultimately, the difference between this procedure and Cool Peel, or a CO2 laser, is less downtime, less discomfort, and with the UltraClear, you can treat all skin types.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, next question we have here is, what does the aftercare treatment look like?
Okay, so the aftercare treatment, depending on which setting, so we'll start superficial and then go deep. The aftercare for the 3D Miracle, that is, you will wear, a lot of times say it's like a light sunburn. So then you can do a little bit of like gauze that has sterile water on it, if that helps cool down the face. But usually you don't have to do anything, just light moisturizer for the first 24 hours. And then afterwards you probably by like the next day until that your skin kind of goes through its like peeling process, then you'll apply the SPF. And then probably in a few days, then you'll be back to wearing that makeup and back to your usual routine. For the deeper layers, because those are targeting deeper into the skin, our biggest thing is that we don't want to have any increased risk of infection. So for those, you're gonna wear Aquaphor, which is occlusive to the skin, for 48 hours. And then we'll give you the whole rundown to change your pillowcases. If you wear glasses, wipe your glasses down. You won't be touching your pets, washing your hands very often. We're gonna make sure that you're not doing anything to the face, because those little spots where it did the coring, that's where essentially you have a channel in deeper into your skin, and that already is a risk for infection. So it'll be Aquaphor for 48 hours. And then you'll go into doing vinegar soaks, which will help minimize, like they'll help with like the pain, some inflammation and redness that will occur with that. And then you'll go into the moisturizers. And then depending on how the patient's healing is, then probably about like 5 days, then we'll have you start doing like SPF, but it'll be the same thing, like gentle cleansers, Aquaphor, and then doing those vinegar soaks.
Fantastic. Okay, this is a great question. Would this treatment be good for yearly maintenance?
I think honestly, all levels would be great for yearly maintenance. It definitely depends on what they're wanting to target. So I think the 3D Miracle is amazing to do for maintenance, because that's helping with like your quality, your tone, texture, any of those like sun damage that occur throughout the year. And then those deeper ones are for your fine lines, wrinkles. So usually the coring is done, the deepest one, about like once or twice a year, because since we were saying like of that collagen, you're gonna see results over 6 months with that deepest setting. So we don't want to do any treatment sooner than that until we have kind of that complete, what are your final results looking like? So I think for all of them, yearly maintenance is amazing. It just depends on kind of where you're at in life and what your goals are for yourself.
Perfect. And that's all stuff that we'll cover during that consultation as well. So definitely just come on in. We can build that yearly treatment plan for you. Okay, another one. Can you still get Botox and fillers with this device or with the treatment?
You can. It just, all we'll have to do is discuss with you of like the timing of them, depending on what you're trying to get done with the laser, and then essentially what your results are, because we can't do any of those like treatments all combined in the same, because when we're targeting the skin and applying heat and cold, we want to make sure that it has its time to go through the whole process, get the results, and then kind of build off of that. So that would be another one of like a customized type plan that we discuss and then build out the timing of.
Fantastic. Let's see. How long do I have to stay out of the sun?
I'm like, if I ask Dr. Bott, then it's just like forever. With these, it depends again, like on obviously the deeper treatments, since those have much more like inflammation. We want you staying out of the sun longer. So that's going to be a few weeks, because we really want your skin protected. You don't want after these treatments to be exposing your skin to more damage, because what we're trying to treat is like these sun damage, all of these age spots that occur over time from our environment and the sun. So we're just trying to, we'll be protective, especially during that time period after the laser treatments, until you've completely healed. And then obviously we're gonna tell you to put on your SPF and protect your skin as best as possible.
Perfect. Let's see. Okay, another one just popped in. If I have an event, how early in advance would I need to get treatment?
It depends on the event, because obviously someone's like wedding, or if you're the center focus of it, we're going to be extra cautious. But say if you were doing like the lightest setting, a 3D Miracle, and you had like an event a few days later, say like, I'd probably be on the safe side, like 3 to 4 days later, you will be fine because you'll be back to wearing makeup. Your skin should be out of that like shedding process, so you'll be fine to go. The deeper ones, those will take longer. So I would say at least, I don't know, Holly or Lucy, do you want to, I guess for that one,
Yeah, so for the deeper ones, if they're just looking to be back in makeup, I would at least allow 10 days just to be on the safe side. But if you want to see the full results for your event, it takes up to 6 months for the collagen to fully remodel and start seeing those results. So you could plan it that way as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Awesome. All right, we got a couple more here. Let's see. Can I do UltraClear if I've had a facelift?
Oh, that's a great question. So definitely. I actually just did the UltraClear on a patient who did have, she was one of Dr. Bott's post-op patients for a facelift, and she had an amazing result with her facelift, but there's only so much that surgery can do as well, where like she can't surgically improve the quality of your skin, or that she can't inject collagen during surgery or something like that. So the patient she had she was 5 months post-op from her facelift, amazing result. And then she was just wanting that extra benefit. And we did go over her scars some too, just to help with the improvement of her scarring as well. Because then that's that added benefit of not only are we treating your skin, but then we can also improve the appearance of your scars.
Fantastic. That's amazing. All right. I think that's all of the questions that we have for tonight. So thank you, Stephanie, so much. That was a fantastic presentation. Lucy, thank you. Thank you for everybody for attending. I hope to see everybody in the office soon for their consultations. Remember, those promos do expire at the end of the month, so it is a limited time offer. But thanks everybody again, and I hope everybody has a great evening.
Bye, guys.